Welcome. Today, we're continuing our exploration of photodetectors. I'm Mrs. Sonali Basak, Assistant Professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering at SVISD. We'll dive deeper into how photodetectors work, building on what we've learned so far. Let's get started. Let's talk about photodetectors, the unsung heroes of fiber optic communication. These devices convert light signals into electrical signals, making it possible for information to travel at incredible speeds. Without them, the data carried by light through fiber optics would be useless. They're the backbone of the entire system, turning invisible pulses of light into something our devices can understand and use. Let's talk about two common types of photodetectors. First, the Avalanche Photodiode, or APD. It uses avalanche multiplication to boost sensitivity, making it perfect for detecting very low light levels. Then, there's the PIN photodiode, which has a simple positive intrinsic negative structure. It's reliable and widely used, especially in fiber communication systems. Both play key roles in capturing light signals, each suited to different needs and applications. Let's talk about the heart of the PIN photodiode, its three-layer structure. We have heavily doped P and N regions on either side, made from materials like silicon or germanium. Between them lies the intrinsic, or I region, which is lightly doped and made as wide as possible. This wide intrinsic layer is key. It absorbs more photons, making the device more sensitive. That's why it's called PIN, positive, intrinsic, negative. This clever design boosts performance by maximizing light absorption. Let's break down how a PIN photodiode works. First, when we apply a high reverse bias voltage, the depletion region inside the diode widens. This region is where the magic happens. Next, when a photon with enough energy hits this area, it creates an electron-hole pair by absorbing the photon. These charged particles then move, pushed by the voltage, generating a current in the external circuit. Because this current changes directly with the light power, the device behaves linearly, making it reliable and predictable. Let's break down how this device works. It's made up of 4 distinct layers, starting with a heavily doped N-type region, then a P-type layer, followed by an intrinsic, or neutral, region lightly doped with P-type material, and finally another heavily doped P-type layer. When we apply a reverse bias voltage, the neutral region widens. Light hits this intrinsic layer, where it's absorbed and generates electron-hole pairs. This is the core principle behind the Avalanche Photodiodes operation. Let's talk about what happens when we increase the reverse bias voltage in these diodes. Electrons speed through the intrinsic region toward the P and N+ layers. Along the way, they collide with electrons in the valence band, creating even more free electrons. This chain reaction is called the avalanche effect. Just one electron sets off a cascade, producing a much larger current. That's why a single photon hitting the diode results in a strong signal, making avalanche photodiodes extremely sensitive detectors. To wrap up, we've compared 2 key types of photodiodes. The avalanche photodiode uses a 4-layer structure and amplifies the signal internally, making it highly sensitive. Even a single photon creates a large current. The PIN photodiode, with its simpler 3-layer design, responds linearly and offers reliable, straightforward performance. Each has its strengths, depending on what you need.